Let's move on. Jaya says, what about UTXOs? What about it? What about it? Any advice on that? Yeah, my advice on UTXOs quickly would be, don't stress out. The two things. Number one, don't stress too much about it. Number two, just learn about it. That's it. I'm not going to sit here and explain it on this show today. There's a ton of information available on YouTube for free. So just take some time, try to understand it. It is a very important step. It's a very important part of your Bitcoin journey in the sense of understanding UTXOs, knowing how to manage them properly. And when fees come down low enough, that's when you have to consolidate your UTXOs. So essentially a UTXO, every time you move Bitcoin, it creates one UTXO. So if you're DCAing and you're moving Bitcoin off the exchange every week, you're going to create a new UTXO every week. And think of every a Bitcoin transaction as just a piece of data. That's all it is. It's just a piece of data. And when you go to send that Bitcoin in the future, when you go to spend it, the more data you have in that transaction, if you got 100 UTXOs, that's a lot of data. And you have to pay for every piece of data. That's how the Bitcoin mempool works. That's how the transaction works. That's how the fee structure works, is it's all based on the size of your transaction. Because in every Bitcoin block, there's only so much space available in there. So if your Bitcoin transaction has taken up a bunch of space with your UTXOs, it's going to cost you more to get space within that block. And yes, small UTXOs can really make Bitcoin DCA regret later. But at the same time, just don't worry too much about it, because I think that the fees are always going to come down. So if you got a bunch of UTXOs today, don't worry too much about it. And the other part, the last thing I would say there is that if you are somebody who doesn't really know much about UTXOs and you don't use a wallet that tracks your UTXOs, consider downloading the Sparrow wallet, and you can actually restore your wallet. Let's say that you have a Exodus wallet on your phone, or a non-kyc, or Mutiny, whatever it is, or Phoenix wallet. I don't know if Phoenix would work because it's on Lightning. But anyways, you take those 12 words from your wallet, you plop them into Sparrow wallet, you go import wallet, and you plop those 12 words in there, and then it'll actually show you all of your UTXOs. So most wallets on your phone, most mobile wallets don't track your UTXOs, and you have no ability to manage them. You don't get to decide which ones you spend. You don't get to see how much is in there. But if you use Sparrow wallet, you have a much better interface there, and you can manage them much more efficiently.